Hey, you two, Mad Witch here. Want to learn how to open a beer with a lighter? You take the lighter, right? You take the lighter, right, like this, and then you gotta use your finger as a brace. So have it like kind of like cupped like this, So it acts as a leverage. So it's like you're holding a gun, right? And then you take it, make sure you got it real nice and tight under there, right? Real nice and tight, and then it took me a couple of tries, but I'm good. This is another one of my favorite. I guess you can still call it an ale. It says lager on it, but again, it's from New Glarus. It's a two women. I wouldn't mind having two women, but I'm not a Mormon, so. Mm. It says for thousands of years before Christ, Sumerian women created the divine drink of beer. Viking women brewed in Norse society, so they had more of an important role than Christian women. That's for damn sure. European alewives were so successful at cottage brewers, or I'm sorry, as cottage brewers, they were taxed. Fucking dicks. Artisanal women lost their domination of the daily ritual of brewing during the Industrial Revolution because they were dickheads and didn't like beer. Today's brewing trade is controlled by men because they're sexist, fucking chauvinistic pieces of shit. The collaboration of two craft companies, both led by women. Oh, there's some good news. New Glarus Brewing and Weyermann, Weyermann. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that. Weyermann malting is unique. You hold the result of two women, a classic country lager brewed with Weyermann floor malted Bohemian malt and Hallertau Mittelfroen hops. Whatever the fuck that is. A tempting and graceful classic lager found only in Wisconsin. Because you know how we love our fucking beer. Wisconsin's the drunkest state. Fact. Wisconsin is the drunkest state in the United States. Fact. If you have a Wisconsin citizen's ID, which means that you live in Wisconsin, and you have one of their state IDs or driver's license, you cannot participate in drinking competitions in Texas. Texas. We're drunker than Texas. I'm not even fucking kidding. Look this shit up. We have more breweries per capita than any other state. Most most states, they're big ones, one or two, and then they're like little local breweries, probably about like another five. No, not us. There's three breweries just in my region, two or three breweries just where I'm at in the Bay Area. And I completely and totally demolished my girlfriend's lighter. I'm sorry. It says flick my bic. Flick my bic. I really don't like bic lighters. I like Zippos. But I completely destroyed her lighter. It's whatever. It's a bic. Fucking dime a dozen. But this is a continuation of my my last video. It's uploading right now. I was away for about, I don't know, 10 minutes. Just pissing and talking to my girlfriend. She's yelling at me about saving some beer for her. So I gotta save her some beer. She don't like whiskey. She's not a whiskey drinker like I am, but I wanted beer tonight, Just just you know, fuck it, why not? Fuck you, that's why. But in my last video, I said I will explain why I trust so much in science, even though I am a pagan, and I'm going to attempt to do that coherently. Keyword attempt. Oh, that was weak. Fucking shit. I could do it. What the fuck is over my cigarette? You see this shit? See this shit? What the fuck? What the fuck? Last time I let a woman roll my cigarettes. I'm just kidding. I'm not sexist like that. I just give her shit. She is up right now. It's almost 5 o'clock in the morning. She is up. Oh yeah. That's some good shit right there. She is up watching YouTube. I uploaded a video from yesterday, and she's watching that. She's most likely going to be watching the last video I uploaded. But let's get to let's get to the point. Science. Now I don't know if you guys, I don't know if I've said this in any of my other videos. When I'm drunk, I tend to have a selective memory, if you know what I mean. But which I really shouldn't even say it, because it's so fucking common. It's so fucking common, especially in today's age, that people convert from Christianity to other religions. I've actually met people who converted from Christianity to Islam. You know, but I converted from Christianity. I was born Catholic. I was raised Christian. Uh, Thankfully, I was never baptized, and my phone just went off. Somebody's contacting me on Google Plus or some shit. By the way, if you guys don't know, I am on Google Plus, obviously, because Google Plus and YouTube are essentially one and the same. Now, I guess. Oh, it was my girlfriend. And apparently, it puts me to my video. She wants me to do more videos about anime, because I did one about Naruto. Some guy trying to fuck over Naruto. But anyways, born Catholic, raised Christian, pescatarian to be exact. What the fuck that means, I have no idea. All I know is that growing up, in 7 years, I went from crazy Christian kook that got on everybody's case for being a sinner or being homosexual, or everybody's going to hell. Fuck it. Everybody's going to hell if you don't have Jesus Christ in your heart. That was me. I even put out those little comic books, you know what I'm talking about? They're about this fucking big. They're about this big, and it's like, like 10, 15, I don't know, some shit like that. It's a really small little pamphlet comic strip, I guess you could say. You know, I was putting those out. I was on. I was fucking yelling at goth kids for having piercings and wearing drip pants and trench coats and black and everything else. And, you know, I was just that kind of piece of shit. That bigot. But I started to notice more and more the hypocrisy that came with it. And it wasn't just in my church. You know, I lived down in Milwaukee, and there's a lot of churches down in Milwaukee. And I've been to other churches there too, and I've seen the same thing. And that's sad to know that there can be such hypocrisy when you have everything right in front of you. And the simple fact that there are what, like 4,000 denominations or some shit like that. Just under Christianity alone, 4,000. And you guys have one book. One. It's not like you know, each one of you follow a different book in the Bible, because if that was the case, it wouldn't be fucking 4,000. You know, I mean, still, it's illogical. All right, I'm gonna be Spock here. It's illogical. But but the reason why I believe in science is because it has more provable evidence than the creationist Bible. Plus, the creation story in and of itself, all the way up to the banishment of Adam and Eve from the Garden of Eden, that in and of itself didn't make sense to me. I mean, that poor snake, or the serpent. It wasn't the snake; it was a serpent. Mind you, even in the Bible, it stated that snakes had legs, because God cursed the serpent to crawl on the ground and eat the dust. Which I guess that was a metaphor of eating the dust. I mean, because if you're sitting there, you know, doing your snake thing, going back and forth, slithering on the ground, I'm pretty sure you're going to like get a little bit of dust in your mouth or something. I suppose. So, you know, I guess that happens, but it wasn't the snake's fault. I mean, the snake actually said the truth. God said he didn't care about the tree of life. If you haven't noticed, he didn't care about the tree of life. He only cared about the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Now, to those Christians who say that atheists don't have morals or pagans don't have morals, and that's why we're atheists or pagan, is because all we want to do is sin. That's just completely not true. As a pagan, I want my kid, my little girl, to know, you guys haven't even seen my little girl yet. I don't get her. I don't get to see her very often. Which, that saddens me. You know? I mean, my baby girl. This is my baby girl. That's my baby girl. Isn't she so cute? Isn't she so cute? My baby girl is so fucking cute. Yeah, I know. Oh, she's only cute because you're her dad. No, she's fucking cute because she's fucking cute. This is my baby girl. She's 7 months now. 7 months. I really love this picture because there's a whole cute story behind it. Please focus, please focus. Look at that. That is so cute. That was she was like I think she was like 3 months on this picture. I can't remember. But she's fucking everything to me. And I want her, as a father, God was the father to Adam and Eve. I'm a father to my little baby girl. You know, I want my daughter, I want my kids, if I have any more, she's my only one right now. If I have, her and any other kids that I have, I want them to know what is right and what is wrong. You don't go up and punch someone in the fucking face. You don't. That's bad. You don't kill people. It's bad. Defend yourself, yes. Do what you got to defend yourself, to defend others. But don't just go out and be like, hey, I got a gun, pop. No, that's not fucking right. Don't go out and fucking rape little fucking kids. Don't fucking, don't rape. Period. Fuck. I mean, that's just that's just common sense. That's not morality standards. That's common sense. Fuck. But the snake was blamed and punished, and Adam and Eve were punished. Now I know what you fucking fundamentalists are going to say. You fucking Christians are going to say. God told them not to. That should have been enough. Well, you know what? Tell your kids not to touch the stove. Go ahead. Tell your kids not to touch the stove. I was told not to touch the stove as a kid. You know what I fucking did? I touched the goddamn stove. It's human nature to be curious. So that in and of itself was flawed. And don't give me the, oh, well, God gave us free will. That's actually paradoxical. It really is. Think about it this way. If somebody knows everything, past, present, and future, knows everything, what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, then you don't have free will. If your God knows everything you're going to do before you even know you're going to do it, or before you even do it, it's already set in stone, and you don't know what's going to happen, and you don't have control over your life. So really, all these school shootings and terrorist attacks and all this bullshit that's going wrong in the world can actually be prevented because God knows everything that's happening. All those innocent kids didn't have to die in those school shootings. All those innocent people didn't have to die during terrorist attacks. The Jews didn't have to die in the Holocaust. I'm sorry, I'm being politically incorrect. The Jewish people didn't have to be basically wiped off the face of the earth. Almost. Fuck. I mean, damn. Fuck. They didn't. And the Jewish people are God's chosen people according to the Bible. So I don't know where you guys are getting your information from. Plus, there's a simple fact that the Bible in and of itself and the creation theory is contradictory. Now, the Bible, God says us. Let us create humans in our image. Why use plural? That's like saying my girlfriend and I, if I'm talking about my girlfriend and I, we're going to the movies. Hey, babe, why don't we? That's plural. It's including another person. Some Christians are saying, oh, it's the Holy Trinity. The Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. It's always existed. No, it hasn't. The Jews don't believe in the Holy Trinity. If I'm wrong, if you're Jewish and you're watching this, and I'm wrong about you believing in the Holy Trinity, comment it below. I'm pretty sure you do because Jewish people don't believe that Jesus Christ was the Son of God. Me personally, I say if there's no historical record other than the Bible, and that's not a historical record. I'm sorry, but there is no other record of Jesus Christ actually existing other than the Bible. So I'm going to say that if Jesus did exist, he was Jewish, he was a carpenter, and he had a way of life that he thought was right. That was better. But the creation theory, not only did it say us and our, but technically, God created two sets of humans if you actually read the Bible. Because if you read the Bible front to back, which if you really want to study the Bible, that's how you read a book, is front to back. Nobody would make, even back then, nobody would make such a grammatical error to put things out of line, unless if it's one of those choose your own adventure books. I don't know if anybody who's watching this knows about those, but basically you read a few pages, and then at the bottom of the page it gives you options. If you do this, go to this page. If you do this, go to this page. If you do this, go to this page. Kind of like, so you go to that page and then it continues on the story of your choice, of what you chose for the main character to do. Those were pretty good. The Bible is not a choose your own adventure. And it actually states that it should be taken literally because it is the literal perfect word of God. So, going off of that, he technically did create two sets of people. I don't have my notes with me. Son of a bitch. I remember most of it. It says, "But let us create man in our image, man and woman both." And so it was done. And then that was the end of the sixth day. And then he took a nap. Because apparently, after 6 days of work, God the All-Powerful was tired. Which, creating, everything in the universe must have been hard. And for him and all of his glory to focus on our one tiny speck of dust is such an honor. Let us pray. Dear God, creator of the universe, please protect me from your people and stop their idiocracy from reaching YouTube, so I can stop with these videos and not be drunk, because being drunk is the only way that I will not be so depressed on debunking you. Amen. There, I prayed. Shut the fuck up. Anywho, after he created man or him and the other gods, or whoever else he's talking to, created man, and even in the old Hebrew text it was pluralized. So don't give me that. And after he took his nap, banged a couple hookers, had a few beers, smoked a little pot. He then created Adam out of dust. So, personally, me, myself, I am viewing it that way. I'm, and I'll tell you why in a minute. I'm viewing it that way. He takes out a rib from Adam, makes Eve. Eve gets tricked by the serpent to eat the apple or the pomegranate or the peach or the banana or the what the fuck ever fruit. Well, technically bananas are a berry, not a fruit. And apples are technically a flower, not a fruit. Just to let you know. Technically. They're still fucking fruits to me, god damn it, that's how I grew up. And Pluto's still a planet, god damn it. I don't care what anybody fucking says. Anyway, the poor little serpent. He's sad now. All he did was tell the truth. God said, don't touch this fruit or else you will surely die. Serpent said, you will be as the gods. Knowing right from wrong. Because God, in all of his infinite knowledge, knows right from wrong, obviously. Right? He knows what's right, he knows what's wrong. As adults, we know what is right and what is wrong. Right? Well, according to our society, we know what is right and what is wrong. So then we teach our kids that, what is right and what is wrong. You don't need religion at all, in my religion included. You don't need spirituality or religion in it. So those of you Christians who say atheists are immoral, this is completely and totally false. You know, atheists aren't just gonna run around and start fucking killing people just because they can. I can go out and kill somebody, doesn't mean I want to fucking do it. That's fucking... Why? Took my girlfriend, I want to fucking kill her. No, fuck you. So the serpent comes along and says, says all that. He's like, you're not going to die. You're not going to die like God said. You're not going to surely die when you eat this fruit. You're going to live. You're going to live a little longer. What? Adam and Eve lived fucking 1,500 years? Apparently. So there there's that. Then he curses. No, not even kidding. He curses Eve. Not Adam. No, Adam was the perfect person because he was deceived by the woman who was deceived by the serpent. So not only is it the serpent's fault, it's the serpent's fault. It's the serpent's fault for telling the woman to eat the fruit, and it's the woman's fault for telling the guy to eat the fruit. So the guy catches the short end of the straw, or I shouldn't say that, because that means that's a negative. It's a negative. He got the better end of the deal. So the serpent has to now slither around. He can no longer run or walk on his legs because apparently he had legs. But now he has to slither on the ground, and now whenever Eve has a kid, she's got to go through all this pain and suffering and torture and obviously success fucking women afterwards. But the reason why I said I prefer the two sets of human methods is because technically Adam and Eve are siblings. Because God made them, they're siblings. And even if that's not the case, I mean, they only had their two kids. What were the two kids' name? Cain and Abel. Right? So as the Bible, thus far, all we know is that Adam, Eve, Cain, and Abel. So 4 people, 3 guys. Oops, sorry, I held up 2. That's not 3. This is 3. 3 guys, 1 chick, right? So we got 3 guys, 1 chick that we know of according to biblical writing. Christians are going to say, well, they had sisters too. Why didn't they mention the sisters? Seriously, why didn't they mention the sisters? But then Cain kills Abel, gets banished, has some sort of mark on him to say that, oh, well, you have the protection of God, so nobody will harm you. And then sent out to the land of Nod, which apparently has a bunch of people, like a bunch of people, because Cain gets married to a not Nodian, I guess you can. I don't know. My grasp of language right now, Nodian sounds plausible. So, fuck you. That's why. Did I ever mention beer is good? This is some tasty ass fucking shit. Fuck. If you haven't had New Glarus beer or ales, I suggest you have it. It is fucking delicious. My girlfriend's laughing profusely watching YouTube. I don't know if it's the video I just uploaded or what else she's watching, but she's watching YouTube. I hear it. I can hear it. It probably is me. It's the Josh Farnstein one that I just made fucking an hour ago. But fuck, am I getting tired? So, but as science, as evidence stands, inbreeding, meaning fucking your sister or your cousin or your mom or your dad or whatever the fuck, if you get pregnant through incest, you come out a less capable human. I don't want to say anything offensive, but you come out a less capable human. This is always the case. It's not just some random defect that happens during birth because something went wrong or because the mom smoked too much crack or some shit. I don't fucking know. This is because like genes are not supposed to be together. It it fucks with the entire balance of the human body. Even okay, okay. You take a dog and a bitch from the same litter and try to breed them. You're gonna come out with a dog that is not exactly capable of surviving. Just saying. Even the beasts that are considered to be lower than us, you know, according to the Bible, women. No, I'm just saying, look at my fucking Christian law videos. Women are, according to the Bible, women are just pieces of fucking shit. Women get so much shit in the I shit you not. Guys can't do wrong. No. Fuck. One chick. Okay, so Eve gets fucking punished severely for eating fruit. Fucking. There's another chick that gets turned into a pillar of salt for looking back at an exploding. If there is an explosion, you're going to look. I mean, you see fire, house fires in the news and shit. What else do you see at that fire? Fucking a crowd of fucking people going, "Oh my god, what happened?" A fire, obviously. Duh. Stop being fucking nosy. Me telling a human to stop being nosy. That ain't gonna fucking happen. Fucking stupids. I shit you not. Okay, okay. So humans are the most curious creatures. You see something fucked up, people are like, "Ooh, what the fuck is that?" Animals see something fucked up, they're like, "Mm-mm." Humans are fucking retarded. We're just the stupidest fucking pieces of shit on this fucking planet. No joke. We are a hilarious species. It is it is just that fucked up. It is just that fucked up. Especially to think that incest and rape and murder is okay to be put into the fucking Bible that's supposed to be teaching love and peace. Wasn't all about love and peace. I'm telling you that right now. Jesus was an asshole. Like, see, like okay, I can understand like the whole doing bad things in a place of worship. I can understand that, getting pissed off at that. Yeah, fuck shit up. Way to go, Jesus. Fuck shit up. Tell those fucking filthy fuckers to get the fuck out of your place of worship, because they're sitting there wanting to fucking sell prostitutes and slaves and gamble and do all do the things that your God doesn't want them to do. Well, I shouldn't say about prostitutes and fucking slavery, because that's completely okay. Did you know that in the Bible, if you rape a chick, all you have to do is pay the father 50 pieces of silver, and then that's only one half of your punishment. The other half of your punishment is you got to marry the chick you just fucking raped. Cause yeah, a rape victim really wants to get you know married to her attacker. Yeah, that's completely and totally logical. Really? And here's another thing: Christians get on us pagans, personally, on us pagans, calling us devil worshippers and shit. One, we don't even believe in a concept of a Satan. In my limited knowledge of the hundreds of millions of deities that are out there, we have what's called dark deities, but that doesn't necessarily make them evil, like your Satan does, like your Satan is. But we have gods that are, they're a little fucked up in the head, and they do fucked up shit. They're not evil. They're just stories to say this is what you're not supposed to do. Like, I actually really enjoy the story about how Loki cut off Thor's wife's hair, and then the dwarves made Thor's wife's a wig of gold, essentially. But then Thor fucked Loki up because Loki's a dick. You don't cut somebody's hair off. I may be balding, goddammit, but I still love my hair. I want to hold on to this son of a bitch until there's nothing left. Fuck you. Fuck. But that's just, essentially like the gist of what pagans would consider to be an evil deity. We don't really have evil deities. They're deities. They have an aspect. They have their certain aspects for reasons. But just Christians, just stop. Just stop trying to justify your religion by downgrading other people's religions or lack of religion. Just because somebody doesn't believe the way you fucking believe doesn't mean that they're wrong. You yourselves can't even fucking come to an agreement, for crying out loud. So fuck you. You're not better than anybody fucking else just because you believe in one God and his supposed kid, which is a bunch of bullshit too. Jesus didn't die at all. It's in the Bible. Fucking read it. What the hell point is a sacrifice if it doesn't stick? Odin lost his fucking eye. Hung upside down in a tree. Lost his fucking eye just to learn the ruins. That was just to learn the fucking ruins. He lost his fucking eye. And it's permanent. It's not like, oh, you gotta lose your eye and then read the ruins with one eye and then we'll give you your eye back and then you still retain all the fucking... No, that's not a fucking sacrifice. Odin still has his eye gone. He ain't getting that fucker back. Plain and simple. You gotta lose something in order to gain something. Ever watch Full Metal Alchemist? Equivalent exchange? Yeah. That was an equivalent exchange. I'm going to solidify myself into a human body and call myself the Son of God. And then I'm going to be nailed to a cross and die brutally just to come back to life 3 days later and go back home. That's not a sacrifice. That's... You die and then you come back. That's not... You got your life back. Granted, you went to heaven, but you still got your fucking life back. It's not a sacrifice. That's why we're all still sinful, deceitful, deceived Satan worshippers, is because you didn't commit the proper sacrifice. Here's another thing. Out of the research that I did of the ancient gods, there was no demand of sacrifice. It was just, universally done. And I don't understand how me putting an offering into the fire, whether it be a piece of bread or a hunk of meat or a carrot or whatever, I don't understand how my offering is, worshiping Satan when your God himself demanded blood sacrifice. That's why fucking Cain killed Abel. Because Abel was the shepherd and brought the fucking dead baby animals to him. And then fucking Cain busted his ass growing those crops. And he took the first portion of his crops that he harvested and said, here you go. And he said, oh, fuck you, I want this. Proof. Vegans, fucking, even God loves meat. For crying out loud. God. So I guess you can't be vegan and a Christian. Because God loved meat. I'm fucking hungry. God damn, I'm talking about food and I'm fucking hungry. Fucking tired. Yeah. I barfed a little in my mouth. That was gross. That's how Wisconsinites drink. You puke. You gotta wash out that nasty taste with another beer. Just saying. That one's done. That one's going to be my last beer. Probably not, but that's going to be my last beer. But I know I said I was going to talk about why I believe in science. And I'm using the Bible to prove my fucking belief. The Bible has absolutely no evidence. No provable, observable evidence. And the evidence that it does have is contradictory to what we know as a species. we already know that incest would create extreme complications within the human anatomy. Oh, sure, I can say fucking anatomy, but I can't say complications. What the fuck? Fuck you. Why the fuck is this still on the goddamn? See, this is why I hate fucking Zippos. You see that? This little piece right here. This little metal piece right here. For those of you who are not familiar with lighters, this is called a safety. This is so... It's so your kids can't... Because the kid's finger, the thumb, is not strong enough at that age, so they can't push it down, because that's what it is. It's essentially just a fucking spring. What like a ball. You know how a ball is, and then you pull it back, and then it goes this, and then it goes doing. That's kind of like what it is, but for your lighter. So you gotta push that down, and then you got these little teeth on this fucking thingy right here, and that's like on the outside of not the flint. The striker. I don't know if it's steel or what the fuck it is. Normally it's flint and steel. I don't know what the fuck it's made out of. Somebody tell me. Somebody fucking tell me, because I don't know what the fuck it's made out of. But then there's a little stick of flint in there. And if you have a Zippo and you have these empty, use the flint out of here. It's a lot cheaper. Just saying. But I hate those fuckers, because I constantly get fucking cuts on my thumb because of the shit. You know, and it pisses me the fuck off. Pisses me right the fuck off. Anyway, holy shit, this is a long ass video. I want to upload it anyways. Fuck it. It's fucking 47 minutes long. I've been rambling. I've been drunk. Showed you how to open a beer bottle with your lighter, even though I failed the first time. You guys seen a little picture of my baby girl, a couple pictures of my baby girl. Hopefully I'll be able to get her soon. My trailer isn't exactly suitable for the life of a child. It's not exactly... I don't feel comfortable with having my daughter in this trailer just because of the condition it's in. Even though she's not crawling yet, I'm still afraid of a lot of things around this fucking trailer. I don't want her one day decided to say, "Oh, I'll crawl today," and then fucking go through the floor or some shit. Then that's gonna make me a bad parent. And then I want to feel horrible because my little daughter got hurt at the very least, and it would be my fault because I allowed her to be in that situation to where she can fall through the floor. So I'm not having it. But I do see my baby girl. I wasn't able to see her over the holidays because the buses don't run. For those of you who don't know, I don't drive. It's not that I choose not to. I want to be straight the fuck up honest. I don't know how to drive a car, mind you. Give me a motorcycle, give me a snowmobile, give me fucking anything else but a car, or anything bigger than a car. I just can't do it. I don't know why, but I can't do it. Am I ashamed of that? No. It sucks. I mean, I gotta wait for the fucking bus and everything, and I live in northern Wisconsin, and it sucks. Fucking winter. It would be so much more fun if I had a snowmobile. Those fuckers are expensive. Ever seen a fucking rent, even a used snowmobile? Fucking $3,000, $5,000 fucking dollars. Fuck that. I'll just get a fucking moped. Remember fucking Dumb and Dumber? I gotta pee. Just go, man. Just go. fucking in the Rockies and shit. Oh, that shit was fucking hilarious. My girlfriend's still watching YouTube. It's fucking hilarious. I woke her up because I went in there. I forgot what I went in. I forgot why I went in there for. It doesn't matter. Anyways, again, to you Christians, start doing your fucking research before you start calling other people immoral and Satan worshippers and summoning demons and all this bullshit. If you don't understand it, you don't deserve to talk about it. Let me give you an example. I don't know jack shit about how to fix your goddamn car. You call me and say, my car broke down. My first thing would say, the first thing that's out of my mouth, well, is there gas in your car? Yeah. Is your battery dead? No. Call a mechanic. I'm not going to be able to tell you how to fix a fucking car, and I'm not going to even pretend to tell you how to fix your fucking car. All I know is rotate your tires, change your spark plugs, change your oil, gas, and battery. I understand the basic workings of an engine, but I can't tell you how to fucking fix the goddamn thing, so I'm not even going to try. Christians, if you don't understand a religion or a set of beliefs, don't even try to explain it. Because you're wrong. Even before you even make the argument, you're fucking wrong. If you don't know for a certainty from an unbiased point of view what the religion is about. And this is why you are so-called being persecuted. No, seriously, I'm not even fucking kidding you. Christians say that they're fucking persecuted because you're taking the Christ out of Christmas. One, motherfuckers, get the fuck away from my holiday. Alright, the solstice is ours. Yuletide is ours. The 25th was the birth of the sun god, not your god. Fuck you. Dicks. And this is why you get so much shit from atheists. You don't want to know why atheists don't really pick on pagans? Because we pagans are open-minded. We don't shove our shit down other people's fucking throats. I'm not sitting here saying, oh, well, you gotta believe in the mother goddess. No, I'm not gonna fucking do that because you know what? It's my fucking belief, not yours. Believe what you fucking want. And that's why the atheists are getting on Christians so goddamn much, because you guys are hateful, spiteful, bigoted pieces of shit. For the most part, there are a few good Christians out there who are open-minded and who aren't like that, who aren't all fucking doom and gloom and you're going to fucking hell. I'm getting sick of that shit. The Christians that I have along my life understand that paganism isn't about devil worshipping, and pagans don't they understand that pagans do not sacrifice little fucking kids or animals or none of that bullshit. The fucking Christians that don't understand do. They believe that we're fucking twisted, maniacal pieces of shit just to further their cause. And another thing, Christians, stop with this, oh, I used to be gay, but then I found God. Or I used to be an atheist, then I found God. I used to be pagan or Satanist or Buddhist or whatever fucking else, and then I found fucking lies. Whoever watches those videos and believes it is a fucking idiot. All right, I did a thing on ex-gays before. You know, it's not a fucking miracle. People are drawn to certain religions. Why? I don't know. All I know is that for me, it was less hateful and more peaceful. And more knowledgeable, more open-minded. I can honestly say that I don't hate Christianity in and of itself, but those people, those bad every religion has their bad apples, including mine. I don't care who, I don't care what the fuck you say. Every culture, every religion, every train of thought, everything has its bad apples. That's just a matter of the fact. They have their bad apples. And it's unfortunate, but you got to recognize the bad apples from the good apples. Because if you don't, you're going to be eating a rotten apple and getting sick. So stop, so this is to those Christians, put Christ back into Christmas. One, Christ is still in Christmas. Whether you spell it with Christ or an X, it is still Christ. For crying out fucking loud. And don't get all pissed off because nobody's saying Merry Christmas. Do you realize how many do you realize how many religious holidays fall around that time? I'm not even shitting you. And that is why here in America we say happy holidays. Because we don't know if you're fucking Christian or Muslim or Buddhist or pagan or whatever. So we say happy holidays. To be completely and totally honest, it's supposed to show respect to everybody. Everybody. Christians, you're nothing special. Just like pagans aren't anything special. We're just another religion. Atheists aren't. No offense. No offense to anybody whose religion I'm mentioning. But no one religion is greater or less than another religion. Just because you have more followers doesn't mean that you are the greater religion. It just means you have more people who believe the same way. Plain and simple. And there's a terminology for this that I'm currently forgetting. I took a semester of psych, and that semester of psych explained uh, religion and music and culture. American culture, mind you, why people are, why certain people are metalheads and, what goes on there, why people are punks and whatever. It's actually very interesting, really, and you kind of need to know a little bit of psychology in order to understand religion in and of itself. But ooh, I pooped. As for why people choose the certain religion they do, it all depends on what calls out to you. Like throughout my years of research of religion, eclectic paganism called out to me. Just like Christianity might call out to you, or Islam, or Buddhism, or whatever. It'll call out to you. Even atheism. And just because you're just because somebody's an atheist, this is such a fucking retarded argument. Well, to be an atheist requires a lot more faith. No, it doesn't. It requires no faith at all. I believe all the gods exist, including the Christian God. Not in the way that you may perceive him, but exists nonetheless. Like I said, you know, I have an unbiased view of this. All the gods in my eyes exist, whether it's the Christian God or Islamic. I don't fucking care. Your God exists. You wanna know why your God exists? Because there's a whole religion based around that God. I mean, if the God, I'm a pagan, I believe in the gods, and I will even say gods were man-made for us to understand the world around us. And we've given them legends and lores to give a, 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 a semi-moral compass and understanding to our young ones. I mean, so, and just because there's a lack of belief in a deity doesn't mean anything less, doesn't mean that they have any less morality than you do as a Christian or whatever. And there was actually an argument I heard from an atheist saying, I think it was actually on Dark Matters 2525's channel. Uh, Please go find him. He makes Dark Matter 2525 is his cartoons, and they are hilarious. He's an atheist, and he makes really good points in his cartoons because it's, even to me, it's the truth, but it's still hilarious. Please go check him out. Uh, but I think it was one of his arguments. I forgot what what show it was, but it said he said all right, if God gives you morality, if there was no God, if there was no God at all, no gods whatsoever, and since God is the only one that gives you morality, if he never existed, would you go out, if you find out, if you find out right now with without a reasonable doubt that God does not exist, would you go out and kill somebody? There's only two answers: yes or no. You answer no, then that means it's again a paradox. You answer no, then obviously you didn't need God for your moral standpoints to begin with. But if you answer yes, the second answer, then you're just a piece of shit. There was actually this one chick, I forgot her name. God damn it. Uh, she went out. Her and a couple of her atheist friends went out, and they got all the legal paperwork and everything done. But they went out for donating to the one of the hospitals. I forgot. It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. I'll I'll look it up later. I'm not going to do it now. It's on YouTube. Her and a few of her friends went out, and uh, they did it two ways. One, they did it as Christians. They're atheists, mind you. They did it as Christians, and it was for the same donation. It was the same charity, going to the same hospital. So that was the control factor. Well, they did a few hours as Christians and a few hours as atheists. Well, during the Christians, people would come up and they would drop money in, like $1 or $2. And as an atheist, and I actually started to cry because I don't care what religion organization goes for, a children's hospital, you know, donate anyways, as long as you know for sure that it's going, and in order to collect donations in the United States, you need to have paperwork. You need to have permits, and you need to have the donations permission to be out on the streets collecting these donations. You need to have it's a process. It's a process and a half. If I wanted to do it, I would have to go down to my city. I would have to go to the place I want to do the charity for, then go down to my city hall and get all the legal paperwork done, and then go back to the place I want to donate to and get their signatures and everything, and then go back to the city hall to get my permit. And then, it's a process and a half. It's probably, I shouldn't say it's not worth it, because donations, charities, they are worth it, especially for the right cause. But when they started as the atheists, people were coming up to them saying that they were sick, that they were like, oh, well, how do we know that the money's going to the charity? Because it said atheist all over it and everything. And they're like, well, how do we know it's going to the right place? How do we know they're not just trying to rob us? you know you um One guy actually started to snap and was about to attack these young ladies, and another guy interviewing, he's like, no, 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 man, they're for us. They're asking for donations for a children's hospital. They're for us. They're not trying to rip you off. They're trying to do something. And they showed this part first, but then they showed the good part. And the good part was that they actually made more money towards that donation as atheists than they did when they were Christians. So let me ask you something then, Christians. Why is it that as Christians you donate more to Christian causes, or you appear to donate more to Christian causes, and you don't? I mean, a dollar or two, yeah, it could help if, you know, 3,000 people donated. But to stay out and make almost twice as much as an atheist, and they even put the records up and everything so you can see it. They did take the money and they did give it to the children's hospital. I forget. What is the one with the fucking cross and the flames? What the fuck one is that? Donated it to that place. But I think it's sad when Christians who are supposed to be pro-life and charitable and loving and peaceful don't give as much as they could. And then the atheists come by and give more. So tell me, who's more moral in that situation? Me as a pagan? I wish I had the funds and the resources to get all the permits and everything. I wish I lived in a bigger area. I mean, this area I live in is quite small. But I do what I can for my community, and you know, I shop locally as often as I can. I try to help out locally. I try to help out, you know, the things that actually matter. And I'm a pagan. So, I mean, when I first came up in this region, I was homeless. And even the Christian organizations, you know, and I was trying so hard and winter set in, and up here it's a hell of a lot colder than where I was. And I'm looking for a job. I'm busting my ass looking for a job. And all the Christian organizations, there's no other organizations except Christian up here. I'm not even shitting you. There's no real big pagan community. There are pagans around me. I actually met one such young lady at the liquor store. I guess she goes to the college up here. She looked like one of the college kids. But and I only say this because I've lived up here for 6 years and I've never saw her. And like I said, this is a small community. You see everybody. Not even kidding. You know faces. But I go to the liquor store. I'm getting my cigarette, or I'm getting the back of one of the tubes for my cigarettes and everything. Which, speaking of, a cigarette sounds fucking good right now. But I noticed that she wore uh, a pinnacle pendant ish type thing around her neck, and her and I were talking for about 10 minutes about ish, and when the conversation ended and I was leaving, I said the common farewell for pagans, which was blessed be, and I could tell right away that just made her fucking day. Because I'm pretty sure that she got so much shit for wearing that necklace from the Christians up here. And yes, there are highly fundamental Christians up here. There is so much hate mongering, especially towards the gay community that is up here, which is quite small, to be completely and totally honest. And I'm pretty sure it is because of these hate mongering Christians. Duluth is just an hour this way. So, and I'm pointing west, just to let you guys know. An hour and a half, some shit like that. But, yeah. I rambled on long enough. Just remember that just because you believe you're right doesn't mean you're right. Before you start getting on somebody else's religion, look at your own. Not just the good stuff, look at the bad stuff too. You'd be appalled if you were any semblance of a decent human being. Do your unbiased research. Don't just go to your religion's resources to do research on another religion. You're not going to get the right answer. Plain and simple. Stop looking for evil in the world. The world isn't 100% evil. There is evil in the world, yes. But there is also good. Stop looking for the evil. You're just going to stress yourself out. You're going to make your life miserable, living hell. And you only have so many days to live. I could die tomorrow. And I can honestly say that even though I didn't accomplish anything great, I lived my life the way I saw fit. And that is more than anybody can ever say. I don't live by any doctrine but my own. And as long as I don't hurt anybody, as long as I'm not a hateful, spiteful asshole, I'm not ripping on other religions to be hateful. I'm ripping on other religions because they're ripping on me. Like I said, I take satanic practices, I take Anton LaVey's practices into my own beliefs. And it specifically states defend yourself, body, and honor. So ripping on my religion, saying that I am nothing but an evil piece of shit, you are attacking my honor. So I am going to attack yours, defending myself. I don't turn the other cheek. As always, blessed be. Turn off! Stupid tablet.